What's up, guys? Erroneous here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. I took a couple of days off so I could just, have some time to myself, time to my family, friends, things like that, and also work and my kiddo. So I'm back. There's a lot to go over in today's video. There's a lot of events that are going on this week. There's a lot of, tournaments, things like that going on. And yeah, so I want to talk about all those things. And then I also want to talk about the weekend and what I did and what I didn't do over the weekend. So let's do this. So first things first, I want to go over my shard count. So this is my free-to-play account. I'm at 175 ancient shards saved, 74 voids, 8 primals, and 16 sacreds going into the next fusion. So that's big, right? I did not pull any voids for the 2x, even though typically in the past I would pull my shards for voids or any shards for any 2x event. I would pull them a lot for progressive events, or not progressive, rather 10x events in the past. Now we have progressive events, of course, but I would pull them all the time. And now my focus as a free-to-play player is just saving for guaranteed void legendaries because, I'd rather go through 200 shards or 110 shards to guarantee a legendary than push all the way to 200 on a consistent basis. And I just never, ever get lucky on 2x events for voids. If you've been watching my channel, for a long time, you're like an OG subscriber, and then I really appreciate that because for a fact with my luck, I just don't get void legendaries. I only have 3 void legendaries ever pulled on the account: a Baron, a Sir Nick, as well as a Little Miss Annie. That's it. So yeah, every other one is from fusions, from logins, from missions. So yeah, so there's that. That's where I'm at for my summoning. I didn't summon voids. I'm not going to summon for the progressive chance, although, having a martyr would be nice. Having a Nishak, a secondary Nishak would be nice. Of course, as a bomber, right? That'd be pretty insane. But I just don't need it. If you're trying to go for the Mikage fusion and you're close to Mercy, then I would recommend going for Akira. But again, the chances are so slim. It is a 15x and it's progressive. It moves up to 20x and 25x. But the first time you hit that Mercy pull, a lot of times, chances are you're not going to get the legendary on the first time. If you're lucky, you'll get her, but that's only because you're trying to go for Lady Mikage. But if you already have Lady Mikage, you already have a decent roster, there's really no point for you to pull at this time unless you're looking for duplicates for the Faction Guardians as well. So for me, if I wanted more duplicates for, say, Sacred Order, I already have 2 martyrs. And then I would want more martyrs because I want to empower my first martyr here. And I'm only going to build 2 martyrs. I'm not going to build any more than that because I don't think that she's really necessary to be built as 3 or more. But 2 is fine, in my opinion, for building martyrs. The rest of them are going to be either +1 for empowerment, +2, and then, or I'm just going to go focus on the Faction Guardians here. So, yeah, so there's that. And then in terms of other events, we still have the Community Weeks Titan event going on, which I haven't really been pushing too hard on this, to be honest. I've been skipping out on dungeons, like dungeon divers and stuff like that. Yes, getting a 4-star on the Mikage is strong, I will say. But for my account, do I really need it? Should I be using all of my resources for it? Yes and no. It depends on what you want to do at the end of the day. It is a video game, so if you want to push for her and get the 4-star, awesome. But you gotta understand where you're at in your account progression. Do you really need that right now? And the only saving grace on going for her, in my opinion, is because of the fact that you can't get mythicals in the Soul Merchant shop right now. That is the only reason why I would go for her. I don't think that having a little bit of defense and a little bit of crit damage is going to make a huge difference right now for an impact on my account. Will it help for Hydra? Because I do play her in Hydra. Yes. I have 2 of them, by the way, because I did pull a mythical early on back in 2023. On December 30th, 2023, I pulled a dupe Mikage with only 19 primal shards. So since then, I've pulled 24. But that's why I have a duplicate, if you're wondering. Yeah, so for me, I already have a 1-star and a 2-star. It would be a nice upgrade. I just got the 2-star as well. I'm focusing on a 3-star. So I'm probably going to put the 3-star on my speed Mikage, so she'll definitely get more defense. And the amount of defense that you get is decent. It's not insane. Temporal change is obviously really strong for her. She's going to get another 750 defense, which is pretty big, but is it going to be like super game changing? Not really. 750 defense to 37, almost 3,800 defense is all right. But the biggest impact for her is going to be the accuracy and the additional speed. That's going to impact her the most, in my opinion. So if you're going for her, you can go for her. It's not like you can't, but if you're trying to go for the next fusion, try not to sink all of your resources into just going for Mikage for these souls. Now, if you can, you definitely want to try to go for the Void and the Immortal Soul Stone down here if you have the resources for it. Again, I'm probably not going to get there, but it is what it is because I didn't go for the summoning events and I didn't go for the event that's going on right now with the Soulstone Rush. And my opinions on the Soulstone Rush is it's a lot worse than the Soulstone Chase. So the Soulstone Rush, it's so challenging as any player to acquire Eternal Soulstones. There's really no way to get it other than usually they have a bunch of Eternal Essence, or what do you call it? There's like specific type. This right here, the Eternal Coins. And then you take those coins and you make an Eternal Soulstone. So unless you're doing events where you're like maxing out the Hero's Path or you're maxing out Titan events, you're not going to get an Eternal Soulstone. I don't even know. Do we even have an Eternal on this one? No, we don't. We do get some Eternal Soul Coins, and we also get an Immortal Soul Stone, but we don't get an Eternal. So sometimes I think they have them in the Titan event, if I'm not mistaken, unless it's just the Immortal. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't recall. But the Adventure Deck of Fate, I think this is a location where you could potentially get an Eternal if you flip 3 of the purples. But again, the luck is so slim. I've already flipped 4 of them. I did get a Legendary Skill Tome, which is big. And then you do get some gear from here. I'll talk about that in a second. But just finishing up with the Soulstone Rush, I just think it's not really worth it. The only thing you should do, what I would recommend, because they are 10 points each for the Mortal, you pull 15. Okay? So that's what I think is worth. So I'm going to do that in today's video. That is the only thing I think that the Soulstone Rush is good for, is getting these rewards, the energy and the gems. 100 gems equates to another 2 refills of energy. So you're getting basically 200 plus another, if you're level 100, plus another 260. So 460 energy from pulling 15 of just the Mortal Soulstones. But this is the type of event where you're going to want to pull your Eternals and Immortals, mainly your Eternals. So this is more of a pay-to-win event in my opinion. But, you know, if you can get the first few rewards, it's definitely worthwhile. I just wouldn't go all in and pull all my Mortals for this. So I do have 94 Mortals, 7 Immortals, which I'm going to keep on saving. I'm going to get another Immortal from Sand Devil from the tournament. So let's go ahead and just pull these. I'm going to pull 15 just so I can get the energy and the gems. And of course, the energy and gems is going to be good towards future content, especially fusions, or if I want to push more Sand Devil, that's what I'll do. Of course, nothing crazy here. 2-star Rearguard Sergeant, 2-star Taurus, and a 1-star Miscreated Monster. Nothing amazing here. We'll get another 200 Immortal Soul Coins as well. Let's go ahead and pull 5. I'm hoping I get 1 legendary at least. That would be really nice, but I doubt it. This is why I don't typically pull my Mortal Soulstones. I usually wait for the 2x because the chances are way higher to get epics, legendaries, things like that. This will be number 3. Okay. Kale, it's only 1 star, so I don't really need that. Number 4. And it's looking like we're not even going to get 1 legendary, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. Yeah, so all rares there. Paragon, 2-star. So what do we get for an upgrade? We do upgrade our Rearguard Sergeant, so that's okay. She's only 5-star on my account, but that's good for Cursed City. I do have a 6-star Steadfast, a 2-star Paragon. We'll take that as well. Also good for the Cursed City if you're going to be utilizing him, because the only time you would ever use Paragon is in campaign to try to beat the final boss. So now we'll take a look here. So as you can see, I do have the energy and I have the gems. And so right now I'm out of energy, and I want to focus on this dungeon in particular for Sand Devil's Necropolis, because we do have a tournament going on for Sand Devil's Necropolis. If you can complete the tournament, you're going to get 500 of the immortal coins, as well as 1 immortal soulstone, which is going to be great for a 2x event. So right now I'm at 2144. I'm probably not going to get in the top 10, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Also to note, I, for the first time in a long time, had completed the Classic Arena Takedown tournament right here, and I came in first. So I got 6 of the Relentless gear, but it's only rare, so it's whatever. But I took a look at the Relentless gear, and it was crap. I already looked at it, so it's pretty much just gone with the wind. So here's one piece, garbage. And then I've got another rare for helmet, garbage. Rare shield, trash. Rare gauntlet, pretty trash. I mean, there's no speed on it. And the chest plate, flat set HP. So, I mean, oh, and the boot, HP percent with no speed, nothing, no damage stats really. So, yeah, pretty trash pulls there. I mean, even if you win a tournament, the chances are it's all RNG based that you're even going to get anything good out of it. And then we have the Adventure Deck of Fate. So the Adventure Deck of Fate, I mean, definitely better rewards in terms of Slayer set, which used to be the Rathalos set. But they also hid 150 coins back behind this too, the web points. So that's kind of annoying. You got to get lucky and get some of those points. I don't know if they put it all in one bundle behind one card, or if they separated it in multiples. So like maybe 20 points here, 20 points there, or 25 or 50 points behind a card, so on and so forth. But again, I flipped 4. The Rathalos pieces I got were halfway decent, nothing crazy. So those ones I'm not going to show right at this moment, but there wasn't, like the amulet wasn't crit damage, so I'm going to have to re-roll it. We have a Dragon Turn Attack coming up as well. Sand Devil Turn Attack, I already talked about that. I'm going to max that out. And then, what else is there? Events, Community Weeks, we already talked about that. Adventure Deck of Fate. It's going to cost an insane amount for this, just to go over this a little bit further. You know, I really wouldn't sink resources into this. Unless you have an abundance of resources stockpiled and you're not going for the fusion, or you feel like, oh, even if you put a lot of resources in this, you feel comfortable with getting the fusion regardless of pulling all these Deck of Fate cards. Just know you have to get artifacts from dungeons and you have to get accessories. So you're looking at about between maybe like 8,000 and 20,000 energy. Now, give or take, which is a lot. And most players are not going to have that much energy, especially if they're free to play. Like, I'm not going to do anywhere near, I'll probably do, maybe I could do 10 cards at the most, 10 card flips. But that would also require me to potentially spend some gems. So one suggestion I could give you, if you really wanted to upgrade artifacts with the silver that you have, and then keep in mind the fusion is around the corner, so you need silver for the fusion. You could come here into the clan quests, you know, pick up some stuff here, go into the clan league, or the clan shop rather. If you want to spend your coins on silver, you could do so. Personally, I would rather get the void shard, but you could come over here and spend your coins on silver and get up to 4 million silver, right? And then that could go towards your upgrading artifacts, which is going to go towards your points here for the tournament, or not the tournament, for the Adventure Deck of Fate. So you could do that. And then of course you want to upgrade pieces of gear up to like level 4 or 8. So what I typically do is, say I have a piece of gear. Let's go down here to pieces that I don't really upgrade yet. So say this Zale piece, which is pretty decent for a legendary piece, 5-star. Say I want to go to 4. I don't want it to land on HP percent. So it landed on attack percent. I'm going to level it up again. Boom, double attack percent. So far this Zale piece is pretty strong, and it's a good offset piece for a champion as well, but better to build a full Zale set at some point would be nice. But it's only a 2-piece, so it's not bad. So having additional crit damage and whatnot is great. But I typically level it up to 8. If it's bad, I'll chuck it out. If it's not, then I'll move on. Of course, if you have a lot of level 15s, that would be preferable to go from 15 to 16, and that's where you get the most points from that specific event. So for the Adventure Deck of Fate, you're going to get 15 to 16, rank 5 is 325 points, and then rank 6 is 410 points from 15 to 16. So I would recommend trying to do 15s to 16s, but again, personally, if you're going for the fusion, don't sink all your resources. Most players aren't going to have 100 million silver. You need about close to 100 million silver to complete this in its entirety. And again, most players don't have that. At least 100 million silver and on top of grinding dungeons to get artifacts. Okay, so you might not even get lucky. Sometimes if you're really unlucky, some pieces of gear rolling up to 16 costs like 7 million silver. I've had that happen to me on multiple occasions. I'm sure it's happened to you as well. But again, just think about it before you do it. It's a great event in terms of you can get good rewards behind these cards. A Void Shard is great. Legendary Skill Tome, like I just got, because they're hard to come by. You can get these web points, and you can get mythical gear, potential chance. So just be wary of that. Don't waste all of your resources. Anyways, I think that's it for updates today. We've got Live Arena going on now as well, and I have been pushing that too, so I'll be making some more Live Arena videos for you soon. Anyways, please subscribe to the channel for more content such as this. Hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.